All right, welcome to the closet. We're here tonight. We're playing around with some new stuff. You all know, I think you all know that we have been infected with the TikTok virus.
We have been infected with the TikTok virus really bad.
Our teenage girls got Angie involved with the TikTok virus. They got her infected, and then somehow went from thinking that it's stupid to
this is kind of fun.
Loving it.
So tonight,
a major part of my life.
Right. So tonight we decided to try something new. So those of you who listen to the podcast all the time, bear with us because we're going live on TikTok right now. And we're going to do a podcast at the same time. So we're talking to our TikTok audience and we're talking to you, and we're going to see if everybody can, podcast land can't interact, but we're going to see if we can get these TikTok people to interact with our podcast. So we're going to do our podcast as normal. So those of you who are watching on TikTok right now, this is how we do our podcast. We're going to do it as normal, but I'm going to be checking comments, answering questions, and have some dialogue, and we're just going to go with it. It might crash and burn.
It may crash and burn. This may never be published.
It may never be published.
But for those of you on TikTok that weren't here at any other live sessions, we have a podcast, obviously. That's why we have this mic dangling around our mouths. And we talk about everything.
It's called
anything.
It's called In the Closet. Normally, we record our podcast actually in our closet.
This is not our closet.
This is not our closet because the sound is better and we can hide from our kids. But tonight we're doing it right smack dab in the middle of our bedroom. We already had it set up because we had some guests on the podcast the other night and we had to bring it out here. So we just left it here right smack in the middle of our bedroom. So this is where we're doing it tonight. But normally we are in the closet.
That's right.
So here we go. What are we talking about tonight?
We're talking about TikTok. We're talking about whatever somebody gives us to talk about. We made some friends on here, though. It's kind of cool to meet people.
Last night, Jeff and I did something we have never done before. We went live on TikTok together for quite. Hold on, Nate. We're actually doing a podcast now. I'll call you in a minute. See, and sometimes during our podcast, our kids barge in. We'll call for you in just a little bit, okay? We'll call for you in just a little bit. He's dying to be on live. I went on live with him earlier, but anyway, last night Jeff and I went live on TikTok for quite a while. I think we were on for like an hour and. I don't know, like an hour and a half.
We're just hanging out,
and it was really
being
fun.
Us, enjoying our evening. But we just turned on the live. It was fun because a lot of people interacted.
We interacted with a lot of people. There was a couple buttholes who I kicked off my live feed because they were being mean.
Oh,
and I'm sorry, I do not do mean here.
Angie's rules.
It is my TikTok. It is my live TikTok, and I don't do mean. So if you're gonna be mean, bye. If you're mean. Anyway, you don't like me, that's fine.
There's some...
Okay, bye. Sorry,
there's some mean people.
There's some mean people.
That's all right.
Luckily, in our podcast land, we do get some feedback, but so far, I don't think we've had any really negative feedback. And as we speak, Jeff's watching and listening to TikToks. He's infected. He's obsessed. So my first question to...
And Fitco's gone live.
My first question to the TikTokers out there is anyone 100% totally obsessed with TikTok?
All of them are.
I don't think everybody's obsessed. I think everybody's obsessed with some sort of social media. So for our podcasters that are listening, it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram, it could be Snapchat, it could be Twitter, it could be, what's that one, that Reddit? People do Reddit. I don't do Reddit.
Reddit's big.
I missed one. Did I say Instagram? Anyway.
Tumblr.
Chive. I think everybody's...
Not really social media, but anyway.
It's not?
No, it's just a place you go to look at, like, booty and funny stuff.
Did I ever fix it? Somebody just asked on TikTok if I ever fixed Jeff something to eat. Because...
Did she ever
we did a TikTok that was about me fixing Jeff something to eat. No, we went out to Applebee's tonight, and they cooked for him.
They did. They did a good job.
He can fix his own food.
She used to. She used to fix me food when we were in love back in the day. She'd fix me something.
Listen, it's not about love. It's about I have this different job that I used to have. Okay, I used to have a job. I used to be a paralegal. So I used to go to work like a lot of people, at 8 or 9 and get off at 4 or 5 or whatever, and then I would come home and I would be home for the evening. Well, now that I don't do that job anymore and I do training, a lot of times people need to be trained in the evening. Therefore, I don't get home until like 7:30 or 8.
I'm
By
fine with
then,
that.
you're already.
I'm fine
So
with
it's
that.
not that I don't want to cook you anything. It's just that you already have eaten. And
Yeah,
you don't need
to.
more.
I do. When it hits spring to summer, I do the cooking.
And plus, it's 2020.
What do you mean? People still like to eat, and people like
People still like to eat, but
people like
I,
their woman to help them and take
I
care
can.
of them.
I will when I can, but if I can't,
Thank
then
you.
you're capable.
I've been capable. I
So,
got this.
To answer your question,
I'll need
yeah.
you. I'll need you to cook me food.
So anyway, no, I didn't ever cook him anything.
She does. She's done it a million times. You have to. You used to cook like a monster, and you still do. Probably once a week,
When
right?
I have time, I do.
But I think they were probably just joking. It's probably about
Oh
the
no, I
bit.
know they were. I know
Yeah.
they were. So anyway, I wanted to bring something up. What was it? I was going to bring something up today. I don't remember what it was. Oh, I know what it was. Where's my? Oh, I can't get on my phone.
Oh my gosh, she can't get on.
I can't get on my phone. Have him make dinner. Yeah,
You
exactly.
definitely can't get on my. I make dinner. I make dinner. I will grill like a monster. I will drink beer and grill when it's warm
He does.
enough.
That's true. He usually fixes the
Meats
meat, and I'll
and
do
and vegetables
the sides
and
stuff
stuff
like
like
that when it's
that I
grilling
can
time.
throw it on the grill.
It's almost grilling time. Jeff and I discussed tonight. I don't know if anybody else does this. Let me know if you do on TikTok. I am a seasonal, liquor drinker. So, in the fall and in the winter, I like to drink, whiskey, bourbon, the dark stuff. But there comes a time when spring comes around that I switch it up to light, like vodka and gin. Anybody else do that, or am I just weird?
You're weird, but people do it. I'm sure there's people out there that do it.
Because I feel like the whites are light and summery, and then the darks are just they're warm. When I drink bourbon or whiskey, it warms me. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You don't.
I do, yeah. They all warm me. I like when you drink gin.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the spring.
and it alcohol affects me different types of things. I can't drink tequila. I don't like it. But even if I did, I'll hurt somebody. I just want to fight somebody.
Usually that's me. That's when.
No, I'll fight somebody. I'm telling you, don't let me have it. But there's also Jaeger that I'll go to jail. Pretty sure if I drink. We had one of our biggest fights
Favorite to make.
when we were on Jaeger. We had one of our biggest fights, and I saw that.
Tell you what, though, people, listen to me. Before we get away, that night we lived not far from a bar, really walking distance. It was in Atlanta, and this bar had a Jaeger night, and they were making specialty drinks with the Jaeger, and the guy kept feeding us Jaeger and A&W root beer.
It was so good. It was called
incredible.
What was it called?
I don't know.
A Jaeger barrel. I could be making that up, but it
Might have
sounds good.
been. That's a good name.
And he kept giving them to us. And we
Oh
used
my gosh! And
the kids were out of town. They were with my mom, and so we were clear of kids. This is when they were little, and we had the biggest
it was a bite.
knockdown drag
Nobody touched
out.
anybody.
No, not like
But
that.
my gosh, there were doors slammed and screaming and
I
yelling
broke the
and
back
fighting.
door. This is horrible. Well, you guys don't even really know me that well. I sound like a
She would
crazy
never.
person.
She's not like this. She
is
doesn't do this stuff.
So abnormal.
But Jaeger,
So that's why
She
I can't
doesn't
have
have
it.
Jaeger.
I ended up just passed out in the hallway, and I wasn't done fighting, and I wanted to scream and fight more, and he wasn't participating. So I slammed the back door. Then I went out in the driveway and cried.
here's what happened. We got home. I was tired and a little drunk, so I went up and I got in bed. And she didn't like that because I wasn't fighting back.
You need to back up the story. You
No.
did not.
Yeah, we
I had
fought, and then I went up to bed,
Nope,
and then
nope,
you started
nope,
making all kinds of noise.
nope.
So I came out in the hallway to see what was wrong, and I just grabbed my blanket and laid down.
Oh,
in the
maybe
hall.
you're right. I think you're right.
Because
I'm
I was
sorry.
like, she's just yelling.
I'm
She's just
sorry.
yelling at me. I'm just going to lay down right here and go to sleep.
You're right.
And I did.
Anyway, so that was that story. So I can't have that, but it affects me differently. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to tell my crazy stories too soon on TikTok. Like the podcasters already know I'm a little bit, I can get crazy, but they don't know that. I don't want to scare people away. But
you're not going to scare them away. People love this stuff.
That's true. That's probably true. I just don't want people to
because those people have done the same thing.
I don't want people to think a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well.
But what was my point about dinner tonight? Oh, we were talking about when we were making the switch up. The switch up, I think, is going to be when I switch over from dark to light is going to be the first day of spring, which is when. I can't Google it because my phone's over there. When's the first day of spring? Like March 20th, March 21st? Anybody know? First day of spring?
Sure.
Another bar story. I don't know if this bothers anybody else, but it bothers me. We were out Outback the other night. That would be a mess. Somebody said, drink that Jaeger and then make love. Nope. It's going to be a bad situation. Jeff would try it out, though. We were at another bar the other night out. We were at Outback eating. We eat out a lot. We need to stop eating out so much. We're spending too much money. Stop. Everything's a TikTok with you. You just spit all over me.
You're welcome.
We were at Outback, and I looked over at a table, and there was this lady licking her fingers. Like, not just like casually, like, oh, I think I got something in my teeth. I'm talking like licking every finger and her thumb and like all around, like licking her fingers.
Was she hot?
Jeff, you saw her.
I didn't see her. I didn't see her licking anything.
No, she wasn't. But I'm just saying.
Well, then that's gross. That's gross if she's not hot.
Even if she were. You're in public. Do you lick your fingers in public?
Sometimes it's an instinct, though, because if you're eating ribs, you don't think about it, and you just lick your fingers. So
I'll give you that. I don't eat ribs, so I wouldn't know. So I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that. If we were at a barbecue joint and everybody was gnawing on some ribs and I saw somebody lick their fingers, I probably wouldn't think too much about it. But we weren't. We were at Outback, and I'm pretty sure I looked at her plate, and I think she had steak and like whatever else on her plate. There weren't any ribs involved or barbecue sauce. I feel like if you have a bib on, you can lick your fingers because you're obviously.
That's the rule.
I think that's the rule.
Oh, you got a bib on. It's totally cool to lick your fingers. It's not gross now because you have a bib on.
Or, sometimes, but this is usually when I'm in the privacy of my own home. If you're eating Cheetos or Doritos, you gotta lick that dust off. You know what I'm saying? Are you fixing my shirt?
It's annoying.
What's wrong with my shirt?
Your guns are making your shirt flip over.
She's crazy. So anyway, that's that. She was licking her fingers. I found it disgusting.
She found it disgusting.
That a lady should not be licking her fingers in
It's 2020.
public. Leave that stuff for the bedroom. Lick your fingers there.
Yeah.
Just saying. Somebody asked us on TikTok, do you all drink wild turkey? Have I ever had wild turkey?
Yeah. We do. Yeah, sure. We drink bourbon. So, yes, wild turkey we enjoy. Here's my tip. And I learned this from a friend a long time ago because I like to drink whiskey and bourbon. And I don't know. I love the taste of Jack Daniels. And somebody told me a long time ago, and I didn't believe them, if you want to get something that's close to Jack Daniels, but it's a ton cheaper, get Evan Williams. So I'm a guy that's my house bourbon, like that's the house bourbon, and then I have other things like Wild Turkey's great, and I like Woodford. I love Woodford. Mm-hmm. I love Knob Creek. Now those I don't get very often because I'll drink it really quick. And it's a lot of money.
Hi, Matthew.
And I have too many kids. And I can't just buy that stuff.
Right.
So, but I do like to grab some Makers. Makers is solid.
Right. Just pause
Four
there.
Roses.
We have a moonshine kind of guy in the podcast on TikTok. He's moonshine.
What do you mean moonshine? What are you talking about?
He said he's a moonshine kind of guy.
I like moonshine.
Yeah.
Where are you at? We got moonshine here in the.
There's a guy on TikTok that just asked, "Is this a new dating app?" I'm confused.
Is this a new dating
No,
app?
no.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, hey, if you want dating
Listen,
advice, we've been together
You may
since we
be
were
able
15.
to find somebody on here today.
Hey, we've been together since we were 15, and so we might be able to give you some dating advice.
Or-
This is not a dating app. We're just doing a podcast.
Are you a girl? Are you attractive? Like
It's
you need a
Matthew
date?
201.
Oh, then no, we don't have anybody here that can date you, Matt.
I mean, not unless you're like, if you're 20, if you're age 16 to 20, maybe we do have somebody here you could date.
No, we're not pimping out our daughters on TikTok. God, what is wrong with you?
Anyway, moonshine. Let's go back to moonshine. The moonshine kind of guy. Do you just like it straight up, or do you like the flavored kind? Because we go to Gatlinburg a lot, and Pigeon Forge, whatever. Look here, Matt. There's a girl on here that says she's 19. Her name's Paige. Maybe this is a dating app. You all could meet up, follow each other, and slide in her DM. But don't do it, Matt. If you slide into Paige's DM and you send her anything inappropriate,
Yeah, come on, Matt.
I do not approve that.
Come
Nobody
on,
wants
Matt.
to see it unless she asks for it.
Make her ask
And then
for
do
it.
Jeff's rule. Make her ask 3 times before you actually send it.
They don't
send
really
it.
want to see it. I know we want them
Matt,
to
listen.
want to see it.
Matt,
To
listen.
want to see it. Don't do it, Matt.
Matt, from somebody who gets them a lot.
Don't do it.
Nobody wants to see it. Paige don't want to see it
I
unless
don't-
she asks.
Yeah, Paige might not want to see that, especially that
No.
quickly.
If I'm wrong, Paige, I'm sorry, but
Well,
I
Paige
think
will
I'm right.
ask, and guess what? If Paige asks, she'll get it. Hey,
Yeah.
can you scoot? Listen, I need you to scoot back a little bit.
Well, I can't read what they're saying.
Okay, but you're talking over here.
Paige,
So,
there's no way that stop saying that. You're not ugly.
Paige, come on. Stop with that talk.
Okay, so we
Positive
have
self-talk.
back to the moonshine. Okay, I do like flavored moonshine. We do moonshine tasting when we go to Gatlinburg, and Jeff
Dude,
has
no.
gotten messed up on moonshine. Yes, you
Listen,
have. Yes, you
I've
have.
got a guy here that makes moonshine. We're not
I
talking about
know.
the 80 proof crap. We're talking about real moonshine.
I'm sure he is
Apple
too.
pie. You make moonshine? Are you near West Virginia? I mean, I haven't had moonshine in a while.
Last time you had it here in West Virginia, you got messed up. You were
Oh,
rolling
it
around
felt
the floor.
so good.
But what gets you in trouble with moonshine is that
It's delicious.
It's that the flavored stuff is so good. It goes down so easy that don't do it, Jeff. Don't do it. I lobbed it up. Go ahead. It goes down so easy.
That's what she said.
I knew it. Anyway, that it gets you in trouble. So that's the problem with the moonshine. So there you go.
I was going to say like you, but I didn't.
So just so you know, the podcasters already know this, and if you are new to the podcast, you might not know it. But I'm going to inform our TikTokers that there is something you need to know that Jeff's very highly inappropriate, and really highly inappropriate. So if you're sensitive, if you
not
get
the
offended
place.
easily,
It's
this
not the place
might
for you.
not be the spot for you, because that happens a lot here with him. Hang
It
on a
could
second.
happen.
We have somebody at our door. Come in.
It won't stop. What's up?
Hey, bub.
We
I'll come get you
you're
when we're ready.
interrupting us. We're in a podcast.
I'll come get you when we're ready, okay? No, I'll come get you when you're ready.
We'll come get you.
It's an adults only live, but I'll come get you and you can be on in just a little bit, okay? Why don't you go ahead and shower?
Yeah, dude. Shower up.
All right.
Peace out.
That was Nate. He's our youngest son, and he will be 12 on April 1st. And he really wants to be in on all this action, but sometimes it's just not for a 12-year-old, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, where were we going with this? We were talking about drinking. I don't know where I was going with that. So yeah, we're about to do the switch up to the clear is where I was going with that. Before I start talking about the lady who licks her fingers. Let me go back to that. Another thing, pause. They want to know where we stream our podcast from. Go, Jeff. Answer that question.
I use Podbean. Podbean, like beans in chili.
But you
So
can
it's
also get it on...
Podbean. No. That's. I thought they're asking a technical question, like where do we, like they might have a podcast. They want to know what service I
No, it
use.
says stream.
Oh, anywhere like Apple. You know what? You can go right now to her profile, which you're on, and click the button for Instagram, but just go to In the Closet YouTube, and they're all on YouTube.
Yeah, we go YouTube. You can get it on your Apple Podcasts. But those are two of the easiest: Apple Podcast and YouTube. The name of the podcast is In the Closet. In the Closet. And if you go to Instagram, I think it's under Runions in the Closet on Instagram. But we don't stream from there. It's just our Instagram page we put our crap on. And that's RUNYANS in the Closet. Anyway, I wish there's a way, and maybe there is. If you guys are out there and you know of a way for me to type in here, like, can I type a comment?
You can respond to them. Can't you?
Oh, you didn't mess up the flow. You're all good. I think I might be able to respond.
You're not going to mess up our flow. We don't got a flow.
We don't
We're
have
just
a plan.
rolling,
When we
man.
do these podcasts, everybody already knows we just kind of go with it. We need to do this live one night. Maybe when Michael's here. Michael's coming back, and TikTokers won't know, but podcasters will know. Michael's a character. He will be back on. He's coming to podcast with us on Friday, so probably Friday evening we'll go live again, and we'll have him on here. He is hilarious, so that'll be fun.
He's a trip, man. That guy's
really
crazy.
I don't know where we were going with that. Oh, I was talking about licking fingers. Another thing that really drives me crazy that people do in general, and guys don't get mad at me. I know a bunch of guys are getting ready to get mad at me right now. But it's going to be okay. We'll make up. It'll be fine. I hate to see people spit in public.
She's fun to make up with, by the way.
Like spit. Don't even get me started on like chewing. Okay, don't get me started. But just spit. Like they're walking around and they just spit. I saw a lady spit the other day at Bob Evans outside. Now she could have been
We're in
sick.
West Virginia, by the way.
She could have been sick. I've been sick. I've hawked up some major things in my throat, but you just take it back. You just take that back down. You don't spit in public, ladies. You just don't do it. Period.
Some people do.
I know, and it's disgusting. Nobody wants to see anybody spit. I swear if my son spits in public, I will knock him out. Not really.
He's going to do it because he's a man.
It's so disgusting.
Man. He's going to be a man.
So disgusting. And ladies, I mean, guys, okay, fine. I mean, like, I can, if a guy does it, I mean, like, I can, like, it makes me cringe, but at the same time, I'm like, whatever, you're a nasty dude. Sorry, you're really not. But when I see a girl do it, I'm like, girl, you know better than that. You just swallow that back. Don't do it.
That's
It might be nasty, it might taste nasty, but you just take one and you just do it.
What are we talking about?
You were on your phone. You would like to know. Nobody tell him. You would like to know.
I think I know what we're talking about.
No, you do not.
Said it might not taste great, but you just take it back. You're such a giver.
This is the story of my life.
Such a giver.
He comes into the middle of my conversations and then thinks he knows what I'm talking about. What were you doing over there on your phone? Not paying attention to the podcast or anything?
I was promoting this podcast on my Snapchat.
Gotcha. I'm really sorry.
It's okay. Right. We're going to get through this.
So anyway, that was that. That's funny.
What?
Can you not read the thing?
I can't. That's a long way away and my eyes suck.
Anyway, what else do you want to talk about on the podcast tonight? We're all preoccupied.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what we're talking about.
We're all preoccupied.
Sounds like a really good idea. Huh?
We're all preoccupied with this.
We talked about that on our podcast with our friend Michael and Melissa.
We did.
And it's going to go up probably Friday. We had it the other night, Monday night. We'll publish it.
Right, which is why the table is out here, but...
Friday.
Right.
But yeah, that was one of the Would You Rather. This had to do with swallowing or something like that. We got into some... We drinking bourbon.
It got a little crazy.
Got a couple hours in, and things got fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
It was a little bit crazy.
Crazy.
It's a little bit.
She says crazy, I say fun.
We have a different definition of crazy and fun.
We do.
Yeah. We have a lot of good podcasts coming up. We have a guest coming on soon who is all into the Comic-Con. How do you say it? Comic-Con?
Cosplay.
No.
Yes, cosplay.
No, it's Comic-Con.
No, Comic-Con's the event, but cosplay's the thing.
I'm talking about the event where everybody dresses up into their...
They do the cosplay for the Comic-Con. Cosplay is when you dress up and get fixed up like that, I think. And then Comic-Con is where you go to these stupid festivals.
Oh my gosh, you could just... It's not stupid to some people.
I don't mean stupid like that. Everything's stupid. You know how I say stupid? Look, Brad, I'm sorry, bro. If you're listening to this, I don't think you're stupid.
Brad,
you make an amazing joker.
Thanks for subscribing, by the way. And yes, we are in our room.
Who subscribed? Was it a consultant?
Oh, he's right. He's always right.
Was it consultant?
Somebody said you were right as cosplay. Fine.
Bam, baby. Thank you. Thank
yes,
you.
Paige, we are in our room doing our podcast.
We're in our bedroom where the magic happens.
Okay, so it's cosplay. The event is Comic-Con, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. But Brad's coming on, and he participates in it. And he does, his character is the Joker, right?
The Joker.
So it's really cool. We're having him on here hopefully this month. We've had a lot of cool people on. We just had a surrogate on. So anyway, I don't mean to get off track.
Do you talk about that?
Do you talk about what?
In your, like, he's on a date tonight. Do you talk about that in a date?
Do you talk about what you do in a date?
No. What if you were having a date with someone and they said, "Hey, I'm into cosplay. I'm into Comic-Con. I dress up as the Joker."
I think that I would want to know that. If I were into, well, I don't know.
You're not into it. I'm talking about you.
Okay, if I were on a date with somebody and they were into that, would I want them to tell me on the first date? I mean, that wouldn't scare me away. You're into what you're into.
Yes.
Right?
I agree.
If you come to the date dressed as the Joker, I'm out. That's it. I'm done. Check, please. I'm just saying. But if we're having conversation and it's like, what is your hobbies? What are you into? What do you like to do? And, you know, I say I like to work out. I like to lift weights. And they say I am into, I guess it's cosplay. I got to correct that in my mind. And I'm like, oh, really? Tell me more about that. And they're like, I dress as the Joker and we go to these festivals and these events and stuff. I don't think that's weird. I think I would be fine with that. Mm-hmm. I mean, until I show up at your apartment and there's like costumes everywhere and you ask me which one I want you to be tonight, and then we have a problem as well.
See, and this is where men and women differ, people. Because it could be really hot for a dude if the chick is into cosplay and she's hot and she dresses up as hot cosplay people. And you show it at her house, and she's going to do different outfits for you.
I have a Catwoman costume in there.
With a whip.
Yeah.
But you don't ever use it.
On Halloween.
On Halloween, people. On Halloween.
Do you know how hard that thing is to put on? Once you go put it on. Just kidding. I don't, as a woman, think it's weird if a guy's in the cosplay. I really don't. I would want to know on a date what the person's into. Okay, so here's the thing.
Some things you just don't want to know until you really know the person. And I'm not saying that's it, but maybe like...
But if the conversation goes there and it's like, what are you into? That's something that you would tell somebody you're into if you're into it. Just like if you ride motorcycles or if you... I don't know. I don't have
Take pictures
hobbies.
of birds? Stuff like that?
See, that's a red flag to me. If I was on a date and a guy was like, I like to hey, how are you? I like to take pictures of birds. I would probably be out on that because that's just, I mean, to me, it's a little different.
Thank you for loving our content.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
That's very appreciated because a lot of people just call us boomers and tell us we're stupid.
Well, on TikTok, not in the real world, not on our podcast page, not anywhere else. Only here on TikTok is the one and only place to be called a boomer. And
I don't care. TikTok's still my favorite.
Okay, so to our podcasters who may not have TikTok, here's what happens. I think TikTok originally started, well, I don't know who started it, honestly, but I think it was mainly for like our kids, like teenagers and...
Wasn't it Dub Smash?
Was it Dub Smash turned to
TikTok? It
TikTok?
was Dub Smash turned to TikTok.
Because we used to
we were dub
smash
smashing
like crazy.
We used to smash like crazy. Back in the day, we used to smash like crazy.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so now that the 30 and 0, and it's so funny that people on TikTok that say, I'm too old to be on here, I'm 28. I got a problem with that. You're not too old to be on here, and nobody's too old to be on here, and 28 is definitely not old, you're still a little baby. But it's the 30 and 40s-year-olds have taken over TikTok a little bit, and the kids are mad about it.
Can I make a suggestion?
They're really mad about it.
Don't say baby like that ever again.
A little baby.
Don't.
Why? What's wrong with it?
A lot.
A little baby. What's wrong? What is wrong with me saying it that way? What are you're over there distracted, and I'm running 2 shows here by myself.
I was sending that to somebody.
Okay, but boys have a penis, girls have nosy friends and multiple personalities. This is
It's funny.
true. But anyway, it's a thing on TikTok for kids to make fun of adults on there. And at first I was offended by it, and now I think it's hilarious.
It's funny when you go to their page.
Somebody said, I'm 58. I am too old. No, you are not.
Get it, 58. Live your life. Live your life.
So
Don't care what people think. Have some fun. Enjoy it.
Endure_fatigue.
I hope at 58 I'm doing what you're doing.
Me too. So I think that we can all have fun together on TikTok. But these kids, I'm telling you, well, they learn from each other. They're all about bullying. So now they're coming on here and they're
Listen, let's just have some sympathy for these kids because they're young, they're insecure, they got to deal with a lot of crap. Right? They get bullied. They're scared to death probably to do stuff like we're not scared. Right. You can make fun of me. It doesn't bother me, especially if I don't know you. If I know you and you make fun of me,
right,
it might make me feel weird for a minute, but it's really not going to bother me at the end of the day. But kids, I remember being a kid. Man, everything means something. So social media's got to be pretty rough on kids.
Yeah.
And young adults because you care what people think and you want to be a part of a group.
I agree.
And then they have that, like, my anticipation is not that anybody's going to make fun of me when I post something.
Right.
I never think, gosh, somebody might.
Oh, I don't think that either.
But kids do. I think that's the one of the first things they probably think of is somebody gonna make fun of me.
Yeah. Hold on. Hey, our kids 4411. You say you have a good question for us. Go shoot with the question and endure_fatigue. We'll talk about that. Like, message us or something. Anyway, go ahead. It's not what I think either when I'm posting something. I don't think, oh my gosh, because I'm just doing me. I do stupid TikToks. I try to dance on there. I can't dance.
It's ridiculous.
How can you dance? But I do it anyway.
I tried to dance too a couple times. It's really stupid.
It's good to date at 58. Is it good to date at 58? Is that what you're asking? Like, is that what you're asking? We don't really have, hi Ashbug, everyone. We don't have a lot of, I guess, do we have dating advice? Because we haven't been out in the dating world because we've been together since we were 15. I already said that. So
we don't talk to each other about when we date people because it's not good for your marriage at all.
We keep our
it's really not good.
Separate.
Not good for your marriage. Just kidding.
But I feel like that I guess we can give some good sound relationship advice. Not that we're professionals.
Go Buckeyes.
Not that we're professionals, but we have experience. We've been through a lot of
Here's
stuff.
what I'll tell you. And I don't know much other than my relationship, which we've been through the ups and the downs, the crap, the great things, the fights, the struggles to have to come back together and survive. And I'll say right here is what you want. Like I'm big. Like I'm the oldest of four, so I tell my brothers who one's married, one's not, but they're young adult. Like they're both in their 30s.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan will be 40. So it's like I tell them, I'm like, man, quit worrying about what people think you should be with or what people think is attractive. Chemistry. You got to have that physical attraction, but my gosh, you got to have chemistry. You got to want to hang with the person.
Mm-hmm.
You got to want to come home and see that person and be able to be yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to be able to say, I would love to bang J-Lo. And she's not going to get too mad about that. It's not going to happen.
If you had an opportunity to, have at it.
Thank you.
Have at it.
I'm not going to get the opportunity.
Because Adam will mean I'm coming for you.
No, but seriously, like you got to joke about it. You got to lighten up. I think you have to be friends. People have. I think we're brought up and we're not told that shit's going to get real and it's going to be hard and you're going to have fights and you're going to have every reason in the world to leave. And I said this last night. You're going to have every reason in the world to leave, and everybody you tell the story to would say, yeah, you should have left her, or you should have left him. But you don't. Unless you're getting beat, then I'm leave. Or unless there's some not content. What is it? What's the word? Contempt.
Contempt, yeah.
When you let contempt set in, it's the death of any relationship.
Where do you live, Ashbug 41? It is. It is. When you get to that point, sometimes you just have to call it quits. But I think a lot of people, and I'm not saying everybody, I don't know everybody's situation, so please don't think that I'm saying anything about your situation. I'm just saying I think in generally speaking, a lot of people just kind of give up the fight and don't fight through hard times. It's like, it would just be easier to start over for some people, I think.
Yeah, it's like jobs. It's like, you know what? I'm behind. I'm not doing well. I'm not hitting my sales goals. I know that I'm under the gun, so I'm getting my resume out there. I think sometimes that's what happens to relationships. That's why 60% of marriages don't last.
Is it 60%?
Well, let's go 50-50. That's horrible. Marriage
is it though? I mean, I don't know. Did you fact check this?
Yes, Google it.
I
Googled
can't.
it not
My
long
phone's
ago.
over there.
I Googled it not long ago. It's not. You wouldn't advise. People are like advising people to get married or telling people they should get married before they live with each other, before they have sex, before they do. You wouldn't advise anybody to do anything where it is a coin flip.
Well, that's funny you say that.
Here, why don't you put your money in this? Well, it's 50% chance you'll make money, and there's a 50% chance you'll lose everything.
It's funny.
You wouldn't tell somebody to do that.
It's funny you say that because
give me an 8% return for sure.
It's funny you say that because our daughter is 19, and I was having lunch with her and my mom and my grandma the other day, and my mom and my grandma are really religious, and there's no way, shape, or form should you ever live with somebody before marriage in their eyes. Okay, ever.
Disclaimer. We love Jesus too.
Well, yes.
In all seriousness.
Yes, I'm a spiritual person, but I'm not religious.
No.
Okay? My mom thinks that I'm probably going to hell for having this glass of wine right now. That's what I'm talking about. So we're at lunch, and my Maddie is...
Cincinnati.
My Maddie is really... what would you call her? She's outspoken. She speaks her piece, and she just says what she says.
She's very confident.
She's very confident.
She's very solid.
And I
She's
brought
a
her up
leader.
that way, and I'm proud of myself for raising such an amazing daughter.
We brought her up that way. Hey,
we did.
Dad over here.
Hey, Daddy. Anyway, we were at lunch, and we were talking about relationships, and she was like, well, I'm just telling you right now, I will not marry someone until I live with them for a good long time, because I got to make sure I can put up with them, and they can put up with me. Me sitting over here agreeing with her, my mom and my grandma just kind of didn't light her up, but like just gave her such a hard time. And they're looking at me like, are you going to step in and help us? And I'm not. I'm over here on my phone trying to ignore the whole awkward situation, right, between my daughter and my mom and my grandma. But she said, and I agree with her, you know, dating someone, even if you've dated them for years and years and years, until you actually do life with them behind closed doors, living together, day in, day out, you're going to smell their breath in the morning. They're not going to, you know, look the best in the mornings. They're not gonna smell the best all the time. They might leave the toilet seat up. They might not make the bed, and that might annoy you. They might fold the towels the wrong way. So you're not gonna know this until you're married.
Is this all me?
No, I'm just putting it out there. What things you don't know until you live with the person.
This is true.
Why are there 4-wheelers in our backyard?
We're in West Virginia. I think I said that before.
Do you hear those 4-wheelers?
I do.
It's March.
It's March, and listen.
Anyway, so it's not a bad idea. That's what I'm a proponent of it.
We butt up to Canal State Forest. No, not Canal State Forest. Little Creek Park, and then down there's a farm way down there.
Jeff, I know where we live. I understand this.
So the
but
people of farms usually have 4-wheelers.
It's dark. It's 8:30. It's dark, and it's March.
There's a witch hunt or something.
It's not a.
They're probably gonna burn a witch at a stake.
You just said witch because you looked at my nose. I know you did. Okay, listen. Fessing up time. I have this thing on my nose. Maybe, okay, I'm going to tell the podcasters and the TikTokers that are watching, you can give me some suggestions. If there's any piercers, professional piercers, not at-home piercers, professional piercers or anybody who's had piercings before can help me. I have this thing on my nose, and I am not going to get close to the camera and show them because they will leave.
Yeah.
It's a keloid, I think. I've learned today what it is.
What is a keloid?
I'm fixing to tell you. It's right above where my piercing is on my nose. I shouldn't be touching it. I already know this. And it's ugly. And I look like that I have a witch's wart. You know how every good witch has a wart on her nose?
I do.
Well, I have that right now.
And once you get rid of it, I'll get some Jaeger and we'll make love.
And I feel like that everybody's looking at it when they talk to me because I'm like, look up here. My eyes are up here. Hello. My eyes are up here. I know I have this weird growth coming
and
off
it's
my
not.
nose.
She's not talking about looking at her boobs. It's
Oh
just her
gosh, no.
nose.
I don't have boobs. I mean, I do, but like I don't. I don't know what to do about it. So here's what people have told me to do today. Leave it. Here's my options. Because I put it out there on social media. Because when you don't know what to do, you put it out there on social media. Am I right? Am I right? Don't interrupt me.
There's somebody that from Cincinnati, Ohio, that we could maybe when we go. She's from Cincinnati, Ohio, so we could go when we go to that area. We could do a TikTok with her.
Okay, that would be great. Back to my story.
Are
you done? Are you done?
It's time to go. Get it. Do it.
I've been told today to ignore it. I've been told to take the jewelry out. I've been told to use tea tree oil. I've been told to fill a bottle of aspirin up with water until it turns into a paste. I put the paste on it.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
And I've been told just use saltwater compresses. I have so much information. I don't really know what to do. Luckily, there's some piercers that go to the gym, but they weren't there today. Because today I feel like is one of the worst days of it. I don't know why I'm telling you all this story. I just need help.
I know, man.
It's ugly, and Jeff stares at it, and I'm unattractive to him now because I have a witch nose.
This is untrue. I don't even notice it.
Yes, you do. You're looking at it right now.
I'm not. I'm looking into your eyes. I can't look. I can't see anything other than your eyes. They're so beautiful.
So if you know what to do about it, please let me know. If you're listening to this podcast days later, still let me know if you know. What do I do with this keloid on my nose?
Keloid.
That's what it is. Why are you yawning?
Oh, because you're talking. Oh, just kidding.
I'm not going to say another word.
Just kidding. She's not going to say another word.
You go ahead and run these two shows by yourself without me saying a word. Go.
Well, that's not how it works. Listen. It was a joke. Please come back to the show. We need you. We need her to talk. So, here's the thing. What did we talk about yesterday? She got quiet. This is going to get awkward, people. Really awkward. Because we're just going to sit here and I'm going to ramble about nothing.
See, this is what it'd be like if I couldn't talk.
It would be awful. It makes me nervous. I was panicking on the inside.
You know I can't talk for more than a minute.
I'm a good play-by-play guy. I'm here to make like little comments and side jokes. And
You're like
go on rants when you get me going about stuff like relationships and
So if we're doing cosplay, I'm Batman right now and you're Robin.
why are we doing this?
I'm just asking. Because we were just talking about cosplay.
I'm not Robin. I'm not going to be Robin.
You just said you were the side person.
I'm not the side person.
You just said you were.
This is equality. I'm an equal host of this podcast and of this TikTok live show.
Why are you saying that Robin is any lesser of a superhero than Batman?
Because he is. Everybody knows that.
Some people don't consider Batman a superhero.
That's true.
'Cause
He doesn't really have superpowers.
Right. That's why he's so hot.
That's why he's so hot?
Well, and his car.
Really? And
Yeah.
you're not into cars.
Well, I know, but I mean, if a superhero is driving a car, I mean, Batman definitely has the best car.
It's
I mean, Superman can fly. So
everybody
he
else
doesn't
can
need a car.
freaking fly. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's just something about having a Batmobile.
Really? Tell me more.
I'm not into superheroes. I'm kidding.
Well, I know you're not, but
I don't really have.
when I think of Batman, I don't know why, but who's the best Batman? Who was the best Batman? Christian Bale? It definitely wasn't Ben Affleck.
No, but didn't what was that guy who played him in this older Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton? Not that great.
No?
I mean, that's my opinion. I'm going Christian Bale. Yeah.
I mean, I can see that. I'm not a superhero movie watching kind of girl.
No, you're not.
So I'd have to see pictures. I think that when you're casting a superhero, it's very important that you do it correctly because here's why. Most of them wear a mask, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you either only see their eyes or nothing at all. So they have to carry themselves as a superhero. You can't have, like, just because you have chiseled looks doesn't make you a good superhero, right?
Right.
It's in the eyes, if we can see your eyes through the mask, and it's in how you carry yourself. Like Spider-Man, we don't know. We don't know what Spider-Man's face looks like, so you better carry yourself like a superhero. Now, the one person that we do see their whole face that I know of, I'm not a superheroes person. There's probably many more like this, but the basic
Wonder Woman.
Superheroes 101 right now is Superman, right?
Wonder Woman.
Well,
Yes.
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's my favorite, but
I'd doubt that.
anyway. Who else do you want to name tonight on the podcast?
I don't know. We'll keep
You
going.
want to hook up with J-Lo and Wonder Woman at the same time?
Yes. I mean, if that's an
It's going to
option.
be a show.
Not a long show.
Now everybody's going to have dreams tonight about Wonder Woman and J-Lo and Jeff.
I'll be making a short appearance in your dreams.
You will be making a short appearance. If you have those two in the same room, it's going to be
That's
a
what I just
real
said.
short
It's gonna
appearance.
be a short appearance. I'll be like, thank you, ladies. I'm going to go downstairs, fix a sandwich. And you need anything?
Oh my gosh, yes. Wonder Woman. Yes. I love me some Wonder Woman.
Yes, Wonder Woman.
I have Wonder Woman. Is it called paraphernalia? No. Souvenirs?
Sure.
What's it called? Like coffee mugs and like bracelets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff's favorite
Key rings.
Key rings. Jeff's favorite superhero is Spider-Man.
I grew up and he was my favorite.
Okay, and if you know anything about superheroes or comic books or whatever, does Spider-Man and Wonder Woman ever come in contact with each other? Ever?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
No.
Because, like, I feel like some of them intertwine and they're, like, related or have some sort of love affair in some sort of way.
You're making that
And
up in
I
your
feel
head.
like
just
that
because you've got to bring, like,
Wonder Woman
romance into everything.
No, I think it's true. Somebody back me up here.
It's not
I think
happening,
there's
people.
yes.
I know
yes.
this isn't true.
Get Chaz on the phone. I guarantee you, it's true.
No, I know there are some, but not Wonder Woman and
I said I
Spider-Man.
wonder. I just feel like they'd be a good match.
That's because I like Spider-Man and you like Wonder Woman, and we're a good match.
Because I don't like Spider-Man with. I mean, I don't like Wonder Woman with Superman. That's just too basic. We gotta shake it up a bit.
You don't like Wonder Woman what?
With Superman.
She's not with Superman.
I know that, Jeff. I'm just saying, if you were to put two superheroes together, you probably would naturally put Wonder Woman and Superman together. But that's too basic. We don't
Listen,
want that.
I'm coming out right now and saying I don't like Superman.
I never said you did like Superman.
I don't know
Even though
why.
you look like Clark Kent a little bit sometimes. Go
I-
put a suit on.
You know what my name was?
Um,
That's what I used to be called when I played basketball after college at the gym. Mike Sizemore, he was this older dude that had hardly any skills, but he played pickup ball with us.
you just
all
called him
the
out. What if
time.
he's listening?
He's not.
Okay.
And listen, Mike was hysterical because he's talked so much crap. He's always talking crap. But he called me two things: Clark Kent and Christmas tree.
Why?
And then he called Jay Little Christmas tree.
Oh my god.
Because I would come out on the court, and if I had to guard him, he'd go, "I'm gonna light you up like Christmas tree. I'm
Did
gonna
he
light
sound
you
just
up
like
like
that?
Christmas tree. I'm gonna light you up like Christmas tree." Yes. And then if he made a shot, which he made like 1 out of 20, he'd be like, "Good damn." It
Oh my
was
gosh.
great. It was so much fun.
Somebody's telling us that I should wear a Wonder Woman costume for Halloween, and you should be Batman.
Yes,
I like those two
I
together.
like that.
But I think Wonder Woman
Like the
and
Catwoman outfit, though, it's pretty amazing.
I've worn the Catwoman outfit
Just
a couple
go.
of times.
You can see it. She's got it on her Instagram or Facebook.
Oh, but you have to scroll way back. Couple Halloweens
People do
ago.
that. Isn't that weird? That people.
That is weird.
That people like. She'll. We'll be sitting there and she'll be like, "Calm down, Jimmy 70612 lover boy," and she'll show me, and she'll just be scrolling. It'll be like, this guy has liked
People
every
will go back
photo
and like.
of her 300. It'll be like. I'm like,
It's okay to discover someone on Instagram and like their most recents, but when you go back and like things from like 2 years ago, weird to me. They see me scrolling.
It's obsessed.
I
look,
yeah, listen,
I do that.
I
I'll
do
troll
too.
hotties and look back.
I do too. I do too.
But I'm not going to like their stuff.
I do too. I will scroll back quite a ways if I'm on somebody's page and I'm trolling on them. I get it. I understand that. But don't hit the like button. I think the rule should be, if you're new to their page, don't like anything more than like a week ago.
Wait, you troll guys and go back on their pages?
You just said you did, and I heard that.
But mine was a joke.
No, I'm not saying just guys. I'm saying anybody that I run across. Like if I run across like a cool, like Instagram page, fitness page or whatever, I'll scroll back.
Yeah,
I'll scroll back.
Yeah,
I will. But I'm not going to like anything for more than like I'm really like just the past couple of days. But that's just me.
Yeah, I don't
I say we do this. I say we end the podcast here, but we continue being live because normally our podcast only lasts like 30 minutes when it's just Jeff and I. They last a little bit longer than that if we have guests. It can go on 2 hours if we have guests.
We've gone over 2 hours several times.
Well over.
But the thing is you sit here with guests, you sit here with friends, you get into conversations, you're pouring beverages, you're having fun, you're laughing, and you forget that you're recording.
Right.
And it's magical.
So I think we end the podcast here. Our podcast listeners who listen to us all the time, thank you for putting up with us tonight while we entertain our TikTokers. We wanted to experiment with it and see how it went. I kind of liked it. Next time we might be a little bit more organized with it. But this was just an experiment.
It's an experiment.
I think it went okay though. So we'll see how it goes. But the podcast, we're going to...
It went good for a Wednesday.
God, is it only Wednesday?
Hump day. Hump day.
I knew it was coming. That's what she said.
Ooh, hump day on Chive. Check it out, people.
Thank you for loving the lights in our room. Okay, we're going to end the podcast now, but we're going to stay live for a little bit longer.
We're going to keep hanging here.
So, podcast. Bye, y'all.
Peace out.
Thank